You are asked to do repeated calculations where you want to put in various x values and evaluate a function f of x at those values, it can be helpful to use the ask mode of your calculator's table function. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now, and we're going to look at problem 1 from homework 4.1 on page 337. In this problem, we're asked to evaluate the function f of x equals 1 over x minus 1 at a variety of input values for x. So I'm going to get a graph page on my calculator. I'm going to graph the function that I'd like to evaluate. So that's 1 divided by x minus 1. I'll put that function in, and I'll hit enter, which is going to graph the function. But what I'm really interested in is a table, not the graph. So I'm going to hit Control T. That'll add a table in a split screen format. I can make the table part larger, and you see the default table has x starting at 1 with a step of 1 unit, and it gives me the y values. But what I really want is to be able to enter my own x values and have the function give me the f of x values or the y values. So to do that, make sure you're selecting the table. So I'm selected in the table now. I'm going to hit Menu, Table, Edit Table Settings. And here, do you see where it says independent is in auto mode? I want to put that into ask mode. And dependent, which will be the y values, I'll let that be auto. So what this means is I can input a value for the independent variable x, and the y value, or f of x, will be automatically calculated. And when I do that, you can see the table is cleared, and we can put in values for x and determine f of x automatically. So for part A of the function, we are trying to, we're putting in various x values. So I'm going to put in 0.5 for x, and then I'll get y is -2. And what we're doing right now is we're getting x values that are closer and closer to 1 from the left side. So 0.9, when x is 0.9, y is -10. When x is 0.99, y is -100. When x is 0.999, y is -1000. And we can see as x gets closer and closer to 1 from the left side, the y values are going to -infinity. For the next part of the table, we're supposed to look at x values approaching 1 from the right side. So we can start at 1.5, y is 2. Then we'll get a little closer to 1, 1.1, y is 10. Get even closer to 1, so, oops, I'm in the wrong section, so I'll put it down here, 1.01. That gives me 100, and then 1.001, that gives me that y is 1000. So we can see as x is approaching 1 from the right side, the y values are going to 1000. And the last part of this table, you're supposed to put in values of x that get larger and larger and see what happens to the y values. And you can try that on your own. Table mode will also be helpful for problem 3 here.